सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामय सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखात् भाग् भवेत्. We pray for the happiness and peace of one and all. May everyone be comfortable and happy at all levels of the personality. May we see that which is auspicious and divine. May there be no suffering anywhere. Om Shanti Shanti. Does anybody have any questions? Okay. So, those who are not aware, Swami Ramatirtha was my teacher, Swami Parthasarthi's inspiration. They never met. Swami Ramatirtha was a contemporary of Swami Vivekananda. There were 11 years, there was a difference of 11 years of age. Swami Vivekananda passed away in 1902 at the age of 39, whereas Swami Ramatirtha died in 1906 at the age of 32. But what he did in that 32 years of time was incredible. From his teaching itself, almost there is no doubt that he was a very enlightened master. But he never wrote a book. Some of his lectures are recorded by his disciples, and that's what we try to study in this class. Just go through it. It's kind of to learn Vedanta in a structured manner. It's better to read the Vedanta treatise first. But this is for inspiration. It's very, very, very nice. Make sure your mics are on mute, please. This is more for inspiration, and of course, wherever we get the opportunity, we learn some new concepts. So, if you find it too difficult, don't worry. Just keep listening, and you can always ask questions. So, I'm going to read out a story which was based on which I made the flyer. This lecture was given in San Francisco in 1902, in December 17, 4 years before he passed away. I'm just highlighting, I'm reading out the highlights. Oh, what happiness, what supreme joy, what perfect bliss, how indescribable. He is referring to the bliss of the self within. The body contacts physical pleasure. The mind experiences emotional joy, joy of relationships, love or gratitude. The intellect, we enjoy joy of respect and honor. But the joy of the bliss of the self within, it's supreme. It's perfect bliss. And it cannot be described. How much ever we try, it's better to experience it than to describe it. It transcends all language and surpasses all description. But yet we try to do it because if we do not talk about the glory and grandeur and the beauty of the supreme self within, the mind will remain stuck in the world, and anything in the world is temporary. It doesn't give us lasting pleasure. That joy comes and goes. But that infinite joy, that supreme bliss, that infinite happiness, you are. Our true nature is that bliss. But unfortunately, alas, says the Upanishads, we are not aware of it. So one part of the philosophy is helping us become aware of the bliss of the self within. It's the subtlest of all pleasures. Just to sit down with yourself and have pure emotion or a perfect understanding of, perfect theoretical understanding of what the Atman could be, and to be able to contemplate upon it or to surrender to it. If we are able to do it, the peace that we experience is something that is within our control and not dependent on what is happening in the external world. And that leads us to that supreme bliss, infinite bliss. That is your real self. That is your Atman. Know that and you stand above all wants and needs. Have that and the whole universe is yours. So, as I said, his sayings and teachings are full of inspiration. It's like a what you call sudden power boost. But then practically, we have to use this inspiration to do good in the world. In the sense, we all have roles to play. Play your role unselfishly. Play your role properly without expectations, without ego. That leads to self purification. We are studying this to get inspired. Inspired to do what? To play our role as unselfishly as possible, as egolessly as possible. When we become selfish and egoistic, all those are the barrier that covers the Atman, covers the self. So know that our real self, the self within, the bulb is giving light because there is electricity. Similarly, you're able to hear me. I am able to speak. I'm able to move my finger up and down. No doubt, my mind is saying or my intellect is saying, move the finger. But the very capacity, the enlivening principle, the very conscious life spark, which makes us conscious, which makes our body, mind, intellect function, that is the self. And the nature of that self is Paramanand, supreme bliss. Akhandanandam, unbroken bliss, infinite happiness. Know that and you stand above all wants and needs. Wants and needs are with reference to the body, mind, intellect. And at this moment, we identify with the body, mind, intellect. Therefore, we have physical, emotional, intellectual needs, which is fine. We have to attend to it, but we cannot get lost in it because the demands of the body, mind, intellect is endless. How much ever we cater to the body, mind, intellect, enough is never enough. So, here is an attempt. What is spiritual training? Here is an attempt to identify with the self, feel that paripurna, completeness, the wholeness of the self. It's almost like you have conquered the whole universe. It's a mental phenomena, not physically. It's mental phenomena. But out of that fulfillment, out of that self-sufficiency, then you go out into the world and do whatever you want. The world will not affect you. Exactly like an actor on a stage. Once the actor knows his true identity, whatever be the script, he will play his role, but he is unconcerned. He has got absolutely nothing to do with the happenings of the stage because he knows he is just putting on an act. Similarly, we have to use our body, mind, intellect to do whatever we are supposed to do. But remember, you are the self. Know that you are the self. Oh, what a mistake is made by the people. What an error is committed in giving up this infinite joy, this supreme bliss, for worldly delusion, the shadows. So he says all the happiness that we are contacting in the world is all shadows. See, how can we prove it? Sun has heat and light. We all experience it. But all the objects and beings of the world, by themselves, they don't have happiness. Example, cigarette being the same, it gives tremendous joy to one person. Another person hates smoking. One person wants to go to the temple and sit down. Another person wants to the disco and sit down. Put them in the opposite side, they are uncomfortable. So object or person being the same, it produces joy to one person, agony to another person. So if happiness was in the object, everybody will experience it. I love chocolate ice cream. You like strawberry ice cream. So if chocolate ice cream is there, I enjoy it. You don't enjoy it. So it is not in the object and being. It is in our relationship. When I have a desire for something, I make that object attractive. Another person doesn't have a desire. For him is just an object. Those who are, let's say, passionate about ice hockey or Formula One racing. For me, Formula One racing is like doing the car going round and what is happening. But those who appreciate it, they know the skill of the driver. In fact, 1 or 2 races, they lose like some crazy 5-6 kgs, they lose weight, just the sheer amount of driving. I enjoy tennis. For them, tennis is what? Tak, tak. Same ball going this side, same ball coming this side. So when you have a passion, when you have a liking, suddenly that object becomes very, very attractive for you. So by itself, objects have no happiness. When we contact an object for which we have a desire, when you contact the object, the desire goes away, the agitation subsides. Bliss is felt from within. Bliss is not in the object. Bliss is within. Not being aware of the bliss, our thoughts go towards objects and beings of the world. That is called desires. What is a desire? When we feel a sense of void, when we feel that a sense of incompleteness, just as when the stomach is empty, when we are hungry, thoughts go towards food. Very jokingly we say, if the stomach is full, you offer food to a Westerner, he will say, no, thank you. When the stomach is full, you offer food to a Westerner, he says, no, thank you. If the stomach is full and you offer food to an Indian, what will they say? Sania, do you know what will they say? Westerner says, no, thank you. What will the Indian say? बाद में, अभी नहीं, बाद में. Not now, later. We don't say no, thank you. We say we'll have it later. So, but when the stomach is full, our thoughts don't go towards food. When the stomach is empty, when there is hunger, thoughts go towards food. Exactly like that, none of us are experiencing the fullness of the self, the paripurna nature of the self. That we have to slowly gain by listening, thinking, and by contemplating upon it, by meditating upon it. Till we experience the completeness of the self, thoughts go towards the world. Wherever it goes, we make that object or person attractive. We want it. And when that object comes, the agitations go away. Happiness is from within. So that's why he's saying, Swami Ramatita is saying that all that we are seeking in the world, it's a shadow. He's saying what a sad mistake we are making. We are not aware of the supreme bliss within, the infinite joy within, and we are running after worldly delusion and shadows. Why don't you seek your self? He says it's your birthright. And he's glorifying the chanting of Om. Just sing, just chant Om while chanting it. Put your heart, whole heart into it. Put all your energies into it. Put your soul into it. Put all your strength in realizing it. Om is it's a word of nature. In Islam, it is used as Ameen. Om is A-U-M. Om. There is no sound before A. U is the middle sound. U. There is no sound after A-U-M captures the entire phenomena of sound. In Christianity, it is used as Amen. These are all sounds of nature. It doesn't really belong to any religion. But the chanting of it has a very peaceful effect on the mind. Not only that, A-U-M signifies waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. So to explain Om itself will take half an hour. So I'm not going into that. But the chanting of Om is very, very powerful. Om represents God. Om represents the all-pervading reality. His reality is eternal, infinite, all-pervading. Eternal, infinite, all-pervading. So Om signifies all that. Even if you don't know the meaning of Om, just chanting of the Om has a beautiful effect on the mind. When a baby cries, there is a chant, it sounds like Om. When a person is extreme pain, his cry is also like Om. So it's a very pure sound of nature, which has the effect of calming the mind. If you go deep into the meaning of it, the meaning is the supreme all-pervading reality. So he says, chant Om and feel the happiness from within. But an impure mind cannot experience it. What is important is if your mind is pure and calm, you will automatically feel that peace from within. Then chanting Om has a meaning. But if you're nasty to people, if you're selfish, you have no concept of divinity, everything is like I, me. हाँ ठीक है क्लास 6 बजे है हाँ जी हाँ थैंक यू ओके आप बैठे हाँ नहीं मेरा एक ऑनलाइन क्लास चल रहा है आप आके बैठ सकते हैं यस श्योर मोस्ट वेलकम sorry this is like a lounge so sometimes people walk in so Om the chanting of Om has a very pure effect. So if we are negative, the mind is not ready. Selfishness is there, jealousy is there. You don't hesitate to hurt others and you're hating others. If those kind of thoughts is there, then chanting of Om has no meaning. But generally, if you are sincerely trying to be helpful, kind to others, compassionate, forgiving, genuinely trying to do our duties in a way that it helps others. So if you are unselfish, simple words, you're a good human being, peaceful human being, and you have knowledge of what reality is, then chanting of Om has a lot of power. So he says, bring before your mind all your weaknesses and all your temptations, trample them under your feet, crush them out, rise above them, and come out victorious. So he is encouraging us to make the mind pure. A pure mind chanting Om, that's the best thing that we can do. Now, here is a parable. In India, there is a beautiful story in the Puranas. It speaks of Krishna jumping into the river Jamuna while his father, mother, and friends and relatives stood by, struck dumb with amazement. Most of us know it. He jumped into the river. The river was poisonous because there lived a deadly snake, many-headed snake. And because the snake lived there, nobody could drink that water. The water was poisonous. In that poisonous Yamuna, Krishna jumps. So everybody thought that's the end. Krishna is dead. They were dumbstruck with amazement. In their very presence, he jumped into the torrent. They thought he was gone. He would never rise again. But we all know the story says that he went to the bottom of the river and there was 1,000-headed dragon. This 1,000-headed dragon, I think later on he will cover, is our own mind. The mind is always extrovertedly looking into the world, seeking pleasures. That's 1,000 head, many, many desires. Krishna began to blow his flute. He began to chant. He began to play the chanting. He began to play chanting Om. He began to kick down the heads of the dragon. He began to crush down the heads of the dragon one by one. But as he crushed the many heads of the dragon, one by one, other heads sprung up, and thus it was very hard for him. So he started sort of killing one after another heads. As he was killing other heads, new heads came up. Krishna went on jumping and dancing upon the crested head of the dragon. He went on playing the mantram on his flute. He went on chanting his mantram and still jumping and crushing down the heads of the dragon. In half an hour, the dragon was dead. Dragon was dead with the charming note of the flute and the crushing of the dragon by his heels. The dragon was dead. The waters of the river were turned to blood, and the blood of the dragon mixed with the waters of the river. All the wives of the dragon came up to pay homage to Krishna. They wanted to drink the nectar of its sweet presence. So the snake was deadly poison, but his presence gave them nectar, just the opposite. Poisonous, that means sorrow and suffering. Sweet nectar, nectar with sweet presence means peace and bliss. Krishna came up from the river. The amazed relatives and friends were beside themselves. Their joy knew no bounds. So happy were they to find their beloved Krishna, the beloved one, in the midst again. Now, obviously, the story has a double meaning. Now, whether it actually happened, don't ask me. I also don't know. It could be true. It could be just a mythological story. But for us, what is important is if there is a message, and if the message makes sense, take the message. Otherwise, it's just a story to tell little children. But if this helps you to feel a sense of devotion to Krishna, keep it. See, anything positive, keep it. Anything which doesn't make sense or is negative, leave it alone. That's with this story and that's with life also. So happy were they to find their beloved Krishna, the beloved one in the midst again. The story has a double meaning. It is an object lesson, so to say, for those who want to gain an insight of reality into their own divinity. So we are learning this subject to gain a faith and a conviction and to understand what is the divinity or reality within ourselves. So Swami Ramatirtha is saying if you want to gain an insight of reality into the divinity, you can go within. That lake or river represents the mind, or rather the lake of the mind. So you can say, it's a beautiful metaphor. The mind is like a let's say a water tank or a lake. Now we know tamas. Tamas is the lowest quality of the mind. A tamasic mind is dirty, it is lazy, it is indifferent, it's inactive. So you can say the lake of the mind is full of black water. Then there is the rajas. Rajasic mind is full of jealousy, anger, hatred, all the negative emotions. So you can say the black water has now become reddish water. Rajas, it's red. Finally, sattvic mind is a milky mind, milk, pure white. And when the mind becomes sattvic, milky and pure, transparent white, then you can what do you call it? You can churn it. Churn it is contemplate. Contemplate upon the truth. What is your relationship with the body, mind, intellect? What is your relationship with the self? I am not this body, mind, intellect. This body, mind, intellect belongs to me. I am my true self. That contemplation is effective when the mind is pure white, milky mind. That's why the Milky Ocean was churning in Samudra Manthan. Or Lord Kailash sits, Lord Shiva sits in Mount Kailash, which is snow-peaked. So sattvic mind. So beautifully Swami Ramatirtha compares the mind to a lake. The lake or river represents the mind, rather the lake of the mind. And whoever wants to become Krishna, the word Krishna means or stands for deity or God. Whoever wants to regain the paradise lost, he has to enter deep into the lake of his mind, to dive deep into himself. We have to go into the mind and make it pure. We can't be impure, which is impurity is what? Selfishness, ego, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, excessive desires, fear, anxiety, jealousy, arrogance. All these are the impurities, our rajasic and tamasic tendencies. So we have to look inwards and slowly make it as sattvic as possible till it becomes sattvic, pure and unselfish, sacrificial and full of love. As Krishna was fighting and killing the heads of the dragon, we have to keep this fight. No giving up. However long it takes, we have to keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. First principle is don't give up and keep trying. Don't give up and keep trying. There is no, you don't become a Krishna overnight. It takes time. How long doesn't matter. Just keep trying. How long will it take to repay your loan? We don't know how much is the loan, how much effort are you putting in. If it's $10 billion and you're putting in 5 rupees every day, it'll take it'll take a long time. But if it's 50,000 and you're putting in even 2,000, it's a question of 25 months. So does it now? Unfortunately, there is no passbook of life telling how much dirt is there in the mind. As long as you see dirt, keep cleaning it, keep cleaning it. Which means unselfishness, surrender to the divine, and entertain good emotions like love, compassion, kindness, gratitude, contentment, humility, etc. So we have to plunge deep into our own nature. Reaching the bottom, he has to fight the venomous dragon, that ego and selfishness. That's the venomous dragon, the worldly tendencies. The poisonous snake of passion, desire. The venomous dragon of the worldly mind. Spiritual life is seeking God. Worldly life is running after acquisition and enjoyment. When you seek God by doing service and sacrifice in the world, all acquisition and enjoyment will automatically come. You don't have to run after it. He has to crush it down. He has to destroy its crests, the heads. He has to kick down its many heads. He has to charm and destroy it. Charm and destroy it means you can't be frustrated while dealing with the mind. You have to keep the mind in good humor. Because if the mind doesn't cooperate, you cannot continue only. So you have to do what you have to do with clear understanding. To tell the mind, let me be unselfish, let me be sacrificial, because that will give me true peace from within. So he must make clear the lake of his mind. He must clear his mind in this way. The process is the same as that followed by Krishna. He has to take up his flute and play the mantram Om through it. He has to sing that divine, that blessed song through it. So here in this context, you can take Om as the higher values which all scriptures talk about. Whether it's the Bhagavad Gita, whether it's the Vedanta treatise, all these knowledge helps you to connect with the self. It leads you to self-purification. That is what we have to sing. That divine means live your life based on these higher values. Now, everybody wants Krishna, but Krishna is picking up the flute. So they're asking flute, what have you done that Krishna is picking and kissing you? Everybody wants to be close to Krishna, but Krishna is picking up the flute. Now, what has the flute done? First of all, I'm joking, don't start counting. The flute has 9 holes traditionally. Similarly, the human body has 9 holes. There are 9 gates. Don't start counting. You can count later. The flute has 9 holes. The flute represents the human body. What is this flute? It's simply a symbol for you. Look at the flute. Indian poets attach great importance to it. What a great deed was it that flute performed that was raised to such a dignity that everybody kisses it. By virtue of what great karma was it elevated to such a position? Why was it that Krishna, who was the object of worship, who was loved by the mighty monarchs, who was worshipped by thousands of fairy maidens in whole of India, how was it Krishna, the beloved one, the powerful one, the love personified, that Krishna who did not condescend to look at the kings or monarchs, but he gave his flute kisses. He didn't care about anybody, but he cared about the flute. What raised it to such a position? The flute's answer was, I have one virtue, one good point I have. I have made myself void of all matter. The flute is empty head to foot. I emptied myself of non-self. Non-self is self, non-self is matter. Self is spirit. So all that which will make us attached to the body, mind, intellect, the flute says, I've given it up. I've given up worldly desires. I've given up selfishness. I've given up ego. I've become pure. Even the Bible says, empty thyself, I shall fill thee. You empty yourself of worldliness, the divinity enters. When we are fully worldly, running after the world, see, it's a mental attitude. You can be in the world, you can be working in a company and be extremely spiritual. You could be in a temple and be extremely worldly. It's not what you do in life that matters, how you do it. Wherever you are, if you are all the time wanting things for yourself, the focus is what will happen to me, what am I getting, then we are worldly. Doesn't matter if you are in a temple or in a company. But wherever you are, if you are thinking in terms of how can I be of some service to others? How can I be of some help to others? Others may or may not need your help, but we have that attitude of service and sacrifice. That is what purifies us. So flute is completely selfless. Now is the real meaning. This is what was there in the flyer. Just so, applying the flute to the lips means purifying the heart, turning the mind into God, throwing everything at the feet of the God, the beloved one, considering your family, your wealth as everything as belonging to God. You are there only to take care of it. There is no need to have any worry or anxiety or any attachment. Do what you have to do. What do you have to do? We all have duties and responsibilities. Do it, but not with a possessive attitude of egoistic attitude of me and mine. See the divine, see divinity in your husband and wife. See divinity in your parents. See divinity in your child. See divinity in everywhere. The phone you are using, laptop you are using, whatever, wherever, see everything object of being as an expression of God. That is throwing everything at the feet of God. If you are able to genuinely keep this awareness. Once me and Maher went to a Swami, and that Swami gave us this advice. Whenever you put anything in your mouth, remember God. Like that. I mean, you have to divinize everything. Now you can eat food, I don't know, just to enjoy taste. You can eat food to rob a bank. You eat food, whatever. But if you are able to, every time you put something in the mouth, if you are remembering God, you are remembering something spiritual. So, like that, he says, turn everything. What is this? Throw everything at the feet of the God, the beloved one. Just give up from your heart of hearts. Give up all claim upon the body. This body belongs to God. I am using it in this life. I was born, I will die, and in this process, the body will naturally go through growth, disease, decay, and death. But my duty is to keep it as fit as possible. Give it the right diet, right exercise, take care of the body. But the body doesn't belong to you, it belongs to God. I am using it. Give up all selfishness, all selfish connections, all thoughts of mine and thine, rise above it. Wooing God, wooing Him as no worldly lover woos his lady love. Or the other way around, if you're a lady, how much would you love your lover, or the boy loves his lady love? Like that, if you love God, hungering and thirsting, look at the words he uses. How a hungry man would be wanting. Suppose a man has not had food for 5-6 days, or somebody doesn't have water for a long time. Hungering. Hello. Hi. Your pen is here. Sorry, 1 second. Your pen is here. You can write. Take it from there. Hungering and thirsting after the realization of the true self. Give, I'll open it. Okay. Yes. See, now my teacher has come. Say hello. Say hello. Yeah.
Hello. We're having a meeting, online meeting.
Yes, yes. Your class is at 6 o'clock.
Mm.
They are my students. I have to teach them at 6 o'clock. First, I'll teach the bad students, naughty ones. Then I'll teach you.
These
Okay.
ones, these are bigger ones.
Don't know anything there, Buddhu.
What?
Let me finish this class, then I'll teach you. Okay.
But why? But
Yeah, like that only. See, they're not even coming to class. They're
why?
coming online.
They can't.
Okay.
Because they can't come.
So, just give up from your heart of hearts. Give up all claim upon the body, all selfish. Okay. Hungering and thirsting after the realization of true self. This particular term in Sanskrit is called mumukshatva. Mumukshatva is that burning desire to liberate oneself, not to be comfortable only with identifying with the body, mind, intellect. Hungering and thirsting after the realization of true self. Just as the man of the world hungers and thirsts for what he has not had for a long time, hungering and thirsting for the divine. आप पोस्ट दीजिए ना, दीदी will do it. Yearning for the truth. The class चल रहा है ना? Students are here.
Where?
You saw them? Say bye. Now you write down. I'll finish teaching. This is the contradiction of life. Talking about mumukshatva and you are like little children playing with words when we don't understand the meaning of these words. So that's a state of mind we should at least internally try to reach by realizing the fleeting passing nature of the world. That world can cause us a lot of pain and suffering. To escape all that, we have to develop mumukshatva, which is hungering and thirsting for the divine, yearning for the truth. Wherever you are, you don't have to physically give up anything, except unless you have to give up something which is harmful. Otherwise, you can be with your family, but consider the family as belonging to God. You can be with your body, mind, intellect, but consider it as belonging to God. Yearning for the truth, craving after a taste of the supreme reality of the self. Putting yourself in that state of mind is applying the flute to your lips. Only Swami Namaprita can write like this. Hungering and thirsting after the realization of the true self, just as a man of the world hungers and thirsts for what he has not had for a long time. We don't miss God. We don't miss the infinite bliss. Hungering and thirsting for the divine, yearning for the truth, craving after a taste of the supreme reality of the self. We are craving after a taste of, I don't know, all the worldly things. Putting yourself in that state of mind that I must find God, I must become good to find God, I must become good to find God. In this state of mind, in this peace of heart, with such a pure soul, begin to chant mantra Om. See, so much of purification has to be done. Fill yourself with mumukshatva and then chant Om. Begin to sing the sacred syllable Om. This is putting the breath of music into the flute. Make your whole life a flute. Very good, very good. Make your whole body a flute. Empty of selfishness and fill it with divine breath. So fill it with divine breath, be as unselfish as possible, and consider yourself as an instrument in the hands of divinity. God has made me Basap to play a particular role. I am playing that role as sacrificially as possible, remembering God. That is divine breath. Filling yourself with divine breath. Then Krishna will pick you up. Take away all your desires. Chant Om, and while doing it, begin that search within the lake of your mind. Search out the poisonous snake with his many tongues. These heads and tongues and fans of the poisonous snakes are the innumerable wants and worldly tendencies and the selfish propensities. So there is a fight. We have a lot of worldly demands, worldly tendencies, selfishness. Crush them one by one. Trample them under your feet. Single them out. Overcome. ठीक है, bye-bye. वो मिटा देंगे ना, bye. जल्दी आ जाना बाद में. Single them out, overcome them, and destroy them while singing the syllable Om. Now this is very practical. Build up a character. Make firm resolutions over and over again. Don't give up. Make firm resolutions. Make strong determinations. Take solemn vows. मैं बाद में ठीक करता हूँ. हाँ देखो 5:57. Don't touch मत करो, ऐसे रखो.
The classes are 3 minutes so far.
In 10 minutes. 3:47 now. 5:47. So make firm resolutions, some good resolutions. Make strong determinations. Take solemn vows, so that when you come out of that lake or the river of your mind, we say flow of thoughts is the mind. So it's like a river. It could be a river of dirty thoughts. It could be a river of worldly thoughts, or it could be a river of pure, divine, spiritual thoughts. You may not find the waters poisoned, so that the waters will not poison those who drink from them. Come out of the lake having purified it all together. Let people differ from you. Sania, listen carefully. Let people differ from you. Let them subject you to all sorts of difficulties. Let them revel you. Revel means insult you, abuse you in an insulting manner. That is revel. His English also was so good, Ramatirtha's. Let them revile you, revel you, whatever, revile you. But despite their favors or frowns and their threats and promises, from the lake of your mind should flow nothing but divine, infinitely pure fresh water. If they are saying something negative, they are doing bad karma. Don't get caught up in their bad karma. Control yourself, forgive them. Control yourself, forgive them. They may insult you, they may subject you to difficulties. Calmly endure them. From our mind, what should flow out is divine, infinitely pure, good thoughts. If you squeeze an orange, what will come out? Orange juice, because it has orange juice. When you're put under pressure, if you start abusing and saying negative things, because that is what we have within us. So fill yourself with good thoughts. So when under pressure, good thoughts only will come. Christ, what did he say? Father, forgive them. They know not what they do. When he was being crucified, because he just could not say anything bad about anybody. So he's saying that's a practice. We'll slowly reach that state. Divine, infinitely pure fresh water. Nectar should flow out of you so that it may become as impossible for you to think evil as for pure fresh spring to poison those who drink from it. Let the mind be a pure fresh spring of good thoughts, kind thoughts, helpful thoughts, compassionate thoughts. But you're strong, but you don't have to fight unless it's required. You fight for the protection of the weak. You don't have to fight for yourself. Let them say what they have to say. लोगों का काम है कहना, कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे. So it's like dogs are barking. Will you fight? Will you start barking back at dog, mad dog?
No.
Yeah, right now. See, even Vivan is saying you should not bark at dog. If dogs are barking. अगर आप डॉग को बात करो तो आप कुत्ता हो जाओगे. ऐसे करना है नहीं. Ignore. They bite us unnecessarily. You'll get hurt. Correct. Purify the heart. Sing the syllable Om. Pick out all points of weaknesses. Eradicate them. Remember your weaknesses. The only goal is how can I become a better human being? If you are aware of the weakness, have the strength to overcome it. Come out victorious and having formed a beautiful character. Now, something that you can do, but it should be done in keep it confidential. Don't keep it open in the room. You can draw a diagram for your use and place this diagram in a list of whatever you feel are your weaknesses so that it's clear in your head that this is what I need to overcome. By keeping this a private diary, you can bring before your shortcomings and be face to face with your weakness. To be aware of your weaknesses, it makes you humble. Begin to lecture yourself. I am lecturing you, but ideally, this lecture is meant to raise myself. I must repeatedly make firm resolutions, make strong determinations, purify the mind and build a good character. Then only I can chant Om, fill myself with mumukshatva, a yearning for the truth, a yearning for remember the divine. So be aware of your weakness. You may have to write it down and slowly work on it. It takes time, but work on it. Lectures from others will be of no avail unless you are prepared to lecture to yourself. He alone or she alone can raise himself or make progress who lectures to himself. So sometimes he says, if you feel sad, you can just, ideally read the book in a sequential manner, in a chronological manner. But sometimes you're very disturbed. He's saying, just open a good book, Bhagavad Gita, Vedanta, read a paragraph. At that time, read an instructive book. It may... He's listening to the class. He's answering also. Even Ishan came and played quite a bit. Yeah. I'm just finishing. Give me 2 minutes. I'm just finishing. No, it's okay. Okay. Food. May tend to... Some books, spiritual books, tend to lift you from the plane of grief. And with their aid and the aid of your own lectures, reflections, and meditation, try to drive out this feeling from you forever. So that negativity will go when you give yourself higher values of life. When you think of higher values of life, read it, genuinely feel it, understand it, the mood will change. The mind has its own mood. It goes through phases. So interrupt that mood by giving it good thoughts, positive thoughts. Why condemn yourself for the past? Let the dead past bury its dead. Only very, very important. From the past, remember only memories which are good and helpful. Don't remember anything which is negative and harmful. Remember all the good things. The more you are what you remember. I am talking Vedanta because I remember Vedanta. So remember memories which are good and helpful. Don't condemn yourself for the past. Every day is a new start. Start afresh. Do your best. Tomorrow, if you have done your best tomorrow, maintain it or slightly improve. If you go on improving every day, from good to better, daily self-surpassed, you will soon realize it is as easy to be great as to be small. What it means is Ramatitha's quote, only Swami Ramatitha's quote. It's very, very easy to be small. To be small means you are just sitting and doing nothing. That's very small, easy. He's saying every day, try to be better than what you were yesterday. Today, try to be better than what you were yesterday. If you keep that as a goal, doesn't matter what happened yesterday. Don't condemn yourself for what happened yesterday. Try to be at your best or maintain it. If you slowly improve from good to better, daily self-surpassed, your own competition is yourself. Okay, you can get inspired by somebody else, but that's okay. But most important competition is yours. We have to reach the self. We have to overcome our negativities. Whatever is preventing us from realizing ourselves, we have to fight it every day. So, good to better, daily self-surpass. Surpass yourself. Basap of 12th May is my competitor. So 13th May, I have to be slightly better than what I was on 12th May. Every day you may not be improving, but you maintain the same standard, improve. Maintain the same standard, improve. What will happen? You will realize it's very easy to be great, then as easy to be great as to be small. Small is easy, you don't do nothing. But if you are getting into the habit of doing the right thing, consistency. I was Googling some quotes, Chinese proverb, French proverb, something. I was just time pass. I was just doing it. So many places they keep saying the water keeps falling drop by drop, and it bores a hole through the stone. What is the strength of a drop? What is the power of a stone? But through consistency, you can make a big difference. So it says, don't condemn yourself. Each day live as a fresh day. Each one of you must lecture to yourself. The main thing is ignorance. This will go on and on. Okay, we'll stop here. While the lips are chanting, the voice hums the sacred syllable Om. While you are firm in your resolutions, the infinite blessings celestial are on you. You will be strengthened from within. God helps them who helps themselves. If you put in effort to improve yourself, the divine will help you. There is one common cause of all shortcomings, one common basis, root of all evils, that is ignorance. Ignorance in all its shape, especially the ignorance of yourself, ignorance of your true Atma. That is the greatest blessing we gain from learning this subject. And beyond the body, mind, intellect lies the Supreme Self. That Supreme Self is infinite joy, supreme peace and bliss. We have identified ourselves with the body and accumulate all sorts of things around it. Want to have pleasures from without. Pleasures from without. We want things which pamper the body. Minimize it. Don't have to neglect the body. Don't have to torture yourself. Keep it minimum or as little as possible. As little as possible without frustrating yourself. But as you are enjoying pleasures from without, enjoy the peace and bliss from within. Identifying with the body, we suffer. Rise above the body. Feel and realize you are the infinite Supreme Self. How can you be affected by passion or greed, or for that matter, anything? Okay, everyone? God is within you. If you have that, nothing will affect you. Okay. Anybody has any question?
I'm going to make a chart, I think so. 2 charts. One more
Sure.
and one is secret of basketballs.
Okay. Thank you, Karim.
Hari Om. Thank you, Basudji.
Hari Om, sir.